Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great Friday. Are y'all ready for the weekend? Are we doing anything exciting? Well, we have European Town Saturday tomorrow, but other than that, today we are starting this lovely purple peacock. And it came from FGNormal yesterday. And the color that we're using is 310 black. And I'm starting on this neck part of this peacock, going down into this stuff. I'd like to get to there, but we'll work up here on top. Whoop. Hang on. We're having an avalanche. Time to clean the desk again. So what's everybody up to? What are y'all working on today? I hope you're working on exciting stuff. Whoop. Sorry, I keep hitting this stupid thing. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, yesterday, not too much excitement. My daughter had to go to the library and return library books. I went with her. And, you know, I'm like, can I tag along? Because you're going to the grocery store and I need to go there too, and blah, blah, blah. So we went there to the library, and then we went to the thrift store. Nothing exciting there. I did get some pieces of 18 count, just like off-white. And also, I think there was a piece of 16 count in there. So I thought, well, I might be able to do something with that. But they had a big majority of 14 count stuff, and that didn't appeal to me. So, yeah, that was... And I'm doing it backwards, aren't I? Gotta pay attention. You know, if you're going to talk and stitch, pay attention to what I'm doing here. Alright, let's start again. So this was a big area, so that's why I picked it. We'll just go from there. Probably take 2 whole strands to get it all the way across all that, but it is what it is. Couldn't believe it was black. I thought it was going to be dark, 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 dark purple or whatever, but it wasn't. But anyway, so we went to the grocery store and she picked up a few things. I picked up a few things. I got an 8-piece dark chicken. So, yeah. That was what we had for brunch, if you will, because it was about noonish or a little bit after. So I had a piece of chicken then, and I had a piece of chicken for dinner. And that was all we did. And I got a package in. So that was the video that I did today for FGOBY. I had FGNormal and FGOBY show up all in the same day. Practically, or one day right after another, I should say. Oh yeah, it was awesome. So I'm supposed to get the puzzle that I ordered for my granddaughter in, and for her birthday, but that's not until later this year. This month. So I'm glad it's coming in. And the order from 123 Stitch should be here today. And it looks like crap on the mountain, so I don't know if we're going to get any of that or not. So, we'll see. Just have to wait and see. But it's kind of cloudy. It's not freezing. It's probably 30-some degrees. It's not freezing cold. There's no wind, of course. But it just looks like hell. So, we shall see what transpires later in the day. Man, I can hardly wait for tomorrow and the time change. Was up again at 6 a.m. My body just says, okay, we're up, we're wide awake, okay. But, kind of feeling like I need a nap now. That was 5 hours ago. I did stitch this morning on Moulin Rouge. I about got that one motif, I guess you would call it, done that I've been working on. Would that take a week? Yeah, probably. Working with this black, it's a little hard to see where my, what do you call it, my holes are when it's right up. I thought it'd be easier just to stitch right next to it, but not so much. Just have to rely on muscle memory here. So, didn't watch, what did I watch? I watched something on Netflix last night. Oh, about that missing plane of Malaysian, what is it? Malaysian Airlines? Yeah. I tried. I didn't watch all three. There was like a little mini series about it. I never even heard about it, but I was probably working 40 hours a week and didn't have time to think. So that was kind of interesting. And they have a few of the older movies on there now. I was watching Zorro this morning, and then I was like completely bored. I'm like, okay. Because we used to own that in DVD, and I swear I've seen it 500 times. It's just not as spectacular as it was the first time that I watched it, you know. I was all excited. It was Antonio Banderas and Anthony Hopkins. I mean, how far wrong can you get? So, yeah. So, yeah, that's as exciting as it got. And I stitched on the bird feeder one last night because I was just too tired. Took a 4-hour nap yesterday. I don't know what I had to be tired about. Maybe I just got too much sleep. And, yeah. So I didn't do any counted last night at all. So I got out Moulin Rouge because I had it, put it in its bag from floss tube. So might as well get it out and stitch on it. Yep. I was looking over Castle, I keep wanting to call it Castle Air. Castle Walls from Ink Circles. And yeah, that thread is in that order from 1, 2, 3 stitch. So we'll see how those colors look. I may have to start it just so I can settle my mind and go, yep, got this. Yeah. So we'll see. Trying to keep everything going in the correct direction here. So no plans to go out today again. Today I think I'm going to fix my corned beef and cabbage and get that whole mess done, because once it's cooked, I put it in a Ziploc bag and freeze part of it so I can have a little bit later. I don't freeze the, what do you call it, the potatoes and the cabbage with it or anything like that. That never, no, it'd be like freezing lettuce. No, it won't work. So, that I know of, I have no idea. It may or may not work, but it wasn't something I had the idea to do. But I do freeze the corned beef, and then I can just pull it out and have coleslaw with it or something later. Because I got 2 of them. I don't know whatever possessed me. I just love corned beef and cabbage. So. And when I was at the grocery store yesterday with my daughter, do you think that I picked up dish soap? Which I'm like down to that much. That's that micro look. Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to get that for a week. And I forgot to get horseradish to go with the corned beef. So here we are. Yeah. If I have to go back in, I swear. But I suppose either that or some hot spicy mustard. But used to get this really good spicy mustard, and they only really seem to have it in the summer. I guess more people are making sandwiches and stuff then. Beats the hell out of me, but that's the only time that I can ever get that stuff. And I want to say it's Kobler or something like that. I've never seen that brand before, but that is the best spicy mustard I've ever had. So I get it only comes in one size, and the container is about that big, you know, with the neck on it, everything. And it lasts forever, because, yeah. But I use it on brats, and I use it on corned beef. I just like the way it tastes. Not much for Grey Poupon. And every once in a while I'll get that horseradish mustard from French's. It's alright, but it's another thing that'll just sit in there for months on end. In fact, I found a jar of pickles from last year. But I mean, I'd been eating on it, you know, throughout the year or whatever, but it's time for it to go too. So I need to clean my refrigerator out completely, wipe it all down. Yeah, the worst part is going to be the freezer. Oh my goodness. It'll be a nightmare. Just an absolute nightmare. Yep. And it's one of those frost-free ones, so I don't have to defrost it and all that ancient stuff that used to terrorize my mother and my aunts, and have to defrost the refrigerator or the freezer and blah, blah. Oh my God. Those days I hope are gone forever. I am not a fan. Besides, all that ice cold water makes my hands hurt. So, yeah. Not good. I made French toast with brioche bread today. I bought that fancy bread at the grocery store. What was it? Like Wednesday or Thursday? Maybe. Somewhere in there. So I figured I'd better get on the stick and get it done. So I made some French toast with it. It was really good. Because I usually don't buy those fancy artisan breads at the grocery store. But that just kind of sounded good. I could eat that. Little did I know it tastes dang near close to Hawaiian bread. So there wasn't much difference, but I guess you have to try it to know. Because I'd never ever tasted brioche bread. Then my daughter pointed out that they have it in the regular bread section, like Sara Lee makes it. I didn't know that. I got the ultra fancy kind. It was like $5 a loaf. Yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking, well, you know, I could eat that. So here we are. We got to get rid of it somehow. I don't eat a lot of bread. I don't like sandwiches. Oh, maybe in the summer I'll make some of my sandwich bread that been in my family, God, since I was old enough to know what the hell it was. It's that kind you make with bologna. See, bologna and hard-boiled eggs and sweet pickles. Now that's gherkins. And what else? I think that's it. And you put it through the grinder. That it was a big deal. You know, we'd make enough chuck a horse because we all liked it. We could put it on crackers and put it on bread. I don't know if y'all ever had that. Now, when I was in Kansas, the guy that I was with, his mom would make that same thing, but she would use ham. So I'd never had it with real ham, we just used bologna. Because back in the day, that was the cheapest thing you could get next to hamburger. But here we are. Now bologna has to get fancy, right? So, yeah, I make a big batch of it, and it does free as well. Now, my mother used to make hers with, what do you call it, Miracle Whip? Nope. I've had it, like, up to here with Miracle Whip. I hate Miracle Whip. So I got on my own, got away from the ex-husband and all that, and whatever he didn't like. We use mayonnaise now. And it kind of takes it down a notch. You know, I don't know. I always thought it was a little sweet. Well, half of that was the Miracle Whip. I can't stand Miracle Whip in too much of anything anymore, except for my apple salad, where you cut up apples and celery, and you put either pecans or walnuts chopped up in there, and you take like 3 tablespoons of Miracle Whip, a little bit of sugar, and a little bit of milk, and you stir that all up to make like the dressing, and then put it on apple salad. Oh yes, you gotta have the miniature marshmallows. Oh yeah, I could just sit there and eat the whole bowl of that crap. But other than that, I don't want to have taste Miracle Whip, because I don't use it for much of anything. But that was all we had. My mother, I don't know if she didn't like mayonnaise or she thought it had too many calories. I mean, she wasn't a calorie watcher or anything like that, so maybe she just didn't like the taste of mayonnaise. You know, regular mayonnaise. But I love regular mayonnaise. I make like deviled eggs with it. Yeah. I even have a recipe for, what do you call it? Sherried chicken? Not sherried, sorry, wrong thing. Curried chicken that has cream of chicken soup and so much regular mayonnaise, the curry, and a little bit of milk to make that, you know, kind of thin down, and a can of green beans drained. Put the green beans, I put the green beans and the cut up pieces of chicken breast in a bowl, and I pour that slurry, shall we say, all over it and get everything done good. And it also, I think, has lemon juice in it. Can't remember. But anyway, and then you add the curry powder and salt and pepper and seasoned salt, and you put all that into, like, I don't know, if you have more than 1 can of green beans, you use the big 13x9 pan. Anyway, and more chicken soup. But, anyway, put it in an 8x8 pan. And then you put buttered breadcrumbs on the top, and you bake it until it's hot and bubbly. Oh my gosh. That stuff is to die for. So, yeah. That would taste horrible with Miracle Whip. But, yeah, I've had my share of Miracle Whip. I'm done. So, yeah. Just gotta have something else. So, I like mayonnaise. I like mayonnaise on my sandwiches. And like I said, I don't eat many sandwiches. Maybe in the summer, you know. But I don't get too carried away with having to have a sandwich 3 or 4 times a week, or even once a week. I buy a loaf of bread and it lasts me 3 months. I know, 2 months or whatever. Then it gets to be made into French toast. But I get better bread, it just lasts longer than, you know, your typical sandwich bread, you know, like Wonder Bread or whoever, like Sara Lee or whatever, whoever makes regular white bread or wheat bread. I buy that, is it arrowroot? No, that's not right. Something. Well, it's the private selection artisan breads, and I get the multigrain there at the Kroger. So, whatever that bread is. But it comes in like oat or mixed this or that, or honey or wheat or honey oat. I get the multigrain. And yeah, it's plenty good for me. But other than that, that is about all I do. I don't know, I ate so many sandwiches when I was younger, I swear I can't hardly gag one down. I mean, I even have a hard time at Subway. I don't know. I gotta be really in the mood to eat a sandwich at Subway. So it's like the last place that we ever go. But I like the way they taste, I just can't eat too much of it. Alright guys, well thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. And I'll keep stitching here. I'm trying to get to the end of this row here. There we go. Will you get in there? Maybe. I don't think I can get all that done with just one single strand there. Alright. Come on. Okie dokie. I know that's not too much, but that's as good as it gets today. Here we are. But see, it's really dark right on that outside edge, and then it goes into the purples. So yeah, I may start on the feathers. I got nothing. I don't know. We'll see. Let me put this someplace where oh, it's like, where's my thing? Alright guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.